When I did my little fragrance journey over to Bergdorf Goodman and picked up that nasty little Guerlain tobacco honey, because I couldn't get it cheaper anywhere else. I'm broke, nigga! I'm broke! I was also kind of on the fence about Spiritueuse Vanille. Like, that vanilla fragrance smelled really, really nice. And I enjoy a vanillic fragrance, especially when it smells amazing on me. But when it was drying down on the skin, I started to feel like this kind of reminds me of something, and that something was Mercedes-Benz Club Black. Now, I mentioned that in a previous video, but I also forgot that homie over at Guerlain threw a sample of that double vanille in my bag, so why not do a comparison? If this smelled like this for me on my skin, let's do a side-by-side comparison to see if this is an interpretive fragrance of this, and if it could save you a substantial amount of money without having to take out a second mortgage on your home. Let's roll my fucking music so we can battle Spiritueuse Vanille, this joint right here, versus Mercedes-Benz Club Black, and see if they're close enough. Blessing one of my beautiful peoples, you know who it is. It's your boy 𝗙𝗙𝗏. It's a battle, but sometimes, like, if it's just close enough and I can save a decent amount of money, or it doesn't feel like wildly redundant, you know, depending on people's financial circumstances, it just might be worth it to not buy it. And that's how I felt about that Spiritueuse Double Vanille by Guerlain. Amazing fragrance, don't get it twisted. I loved how this shit smelled, but it did remind me on the dry down of Mercedes-Benz Club Black, which I already have. Now, I don't mind getting clones and original inspirations. It's really my thing, but also I don't like paying retail for shit. And this fragrance at 100 ml, I think was like $4.85 or something in that space, and I was just like, it doesn't feel $4.85-ish to me, even though I'm really liking it. And the fact that it instantly reminded me of this shit, I'm like, but homie threw a sample in the kit for me, so why not just do a side-by-side comparison to help guide all of us in the space of, should I pick this one up and keep shopping it on the gray market for a decent price, or am I getting all the vanillic action that I want out of Mercedes-Benz Club Black? But before we jump into it, let's do a no comparison real quick to see if they even match up, starting off with Spiritueuse Double Vanille. Alright, so that fragrance opens up with incense, pink pepper, bergamot, followed by cedar, 𝗙𝐼𝐿, Bulgarian rose, then jasmine, and vanillic benzoin. Now that Mercedes-Benz Club Black, that fragrance opens up with bergamot, incense, jasmine, followed by vanilla, benzoin, woody notes, and ambroxan. So there are some differences in the notes. Now, I don't anticipate these fragrances to be one-to-one, but again, it was just a reminder thing. But essentially, even if the notes smell different, they just could fall in the same category. So let's do the comparison, as Guerlain makes absolutely amazing scents, but this is definitely one of the best ones in the Mercedes lineup. So on the Own It side, I'm gonna spray Mercedes-Benz Club Black, a few sprays, and on the blank side, I'm gonna spray the Spiritueuse Double Vanille. So again, bracelet hand, Double Vanille, Club Black on the Own It. Let's start off with Double Vanille. Beautiful, smooth, creamy, slightly smoky vanilla. It's sensual, it's slightly butterscotchish, but the smoke factor here is what really like sets it off for me. And I'm just a sucker for this kind of soft, smooth, benzoin-ish. This shit is wildly elegant. All right, so that's Spiritueuse Double Vanille. All right, let's go to Mercedes-Benz Club Black. No, there are differences in the fragrance, but also has that smoky vanillic factor. This one feels a little bit more herbal, a little bit more medicinal, but vanillic-wise, it doesn't smell of cheaper quality at all. On the contrary, I think it battles the vanilla ever so elegantly. And realistically speaking, this one is a little bit smoother and more refined and almost feels slightly more romantic. This one feels a little bit more daring and party-esque, but that's all on test strip. I'm gonna have to go on hand because that's how I really felt that they were similar. And you know, maybe it was just me, maybe it was that moment. So I'm gonna do 2 sprays on the bracelet hand, and I'm gonna do 2 sprays of Benz Black on the watch hand. Let me let these joints dry down for a moment, and then I'm gonna see if I still get that vibe. All right, now I let it dry down on the skin. There's a nice big sheen on this joint, so let's start off with the Guerlain. Now with this one off the skin, I'm getting a little bit of a green herbal mentholic DNA. Maybe it's the skin factor that really set it off. Elegant, smoky, refined, handsome, sensual, inviting, super cozy. Okay, let's go to Mercedes-Benz Club Black. That shit is a badass scent. That's why I was kind of like teeter-tottering on getting that scent. Let's try with that Benz though. Oh. Well done. Oh my. Shit. This one still keeps that herbal that was missing on the test strip for the Guerlain, but it appears on my skin. But instantly in smelling this shit, look at the goose pimpies. Like instantly smelling this joint. Not that this doesn't have it. They're definitely in the same bubble. I would dare to say in that 70-ish% space. Like, there's a light floral, there's a kiss of vanilla, there's a little bit of a smoky action, and there's greenery in both of these vanillas, at least off of my skin, that's putting them in the same space. And if I'm not mistaken, I did spray both of these twice on each hand, right? Because this one's performing a little bit better on my skin, as opposed to the 𝗙𝗏𝗏 Double Vanilla, which is kind of quickly becoming a bit of a skin scent, a sexy one, to be honest with you. It's just fucking great. But yeah, I'm not missing much for me to justify paying this retail price, which I wouldn't, but for me to justify paying this retail price when this is so in that bubble and providing me a little bit more performance on me. This is the problem with some of these budget fragrances. Like, they could just want to fucking sidekick this 𝗙𝐸 shit out of the way. Like, okay, the Guerlain shit is beautiful, man. Like, it's so fucking good, but this here is insanely good for the price. I mean, what's the market on this price right now? All right, so 𝗙𝗏𝗏 Double Vanille is $4.25 for the 100 ml. Mercedes-Benz Club Black, $40. $4.25, $40. With slightly better performance off of my skin off the 2 sprays. If I in fact did the 2 sprays each, I don't remember. I have short-term memory like a goldfish. And this one's giving me a little bit more of a fun vibe. This one's giving me like a sexy, creamy, smooth, sensual intimacy, also in a candle would be fire kind of scent. I just can't justify that retail price. I mean, I could never justify retail prices, let's be clear, but I'm gonna make a stupid statement. I'd rather go Benz Black. This is really fucking good, and if I found it for like $2.75, I'd still pull the trigger on this joint, even though I'm getting a lot of it, but I'm a collector, a hoarder, a content creator, so for me, you know, yeah, I'll make it work. But I keep saying this shit is a badass scent, bro. This is a really good $40, $4.25. You do the math. I'm not here to count your wallet. Listen, some of y'all got money. I be on some of these Instagram lives and motherfuckers be mentioning all these niches that they own. I'm like, are you a creator? You spending this kind of money? Fuck. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Which one of the fragrances will you decide? That Guerlain 𝗙𝗏𝗏 Double Vanille or that Mercedes-Benz Club Black? Leave it in the comments below. I'll see y'all stitches next time. You know who it is. Biggest in the game. Do you think they smell similar? Let me know. Smooches.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib.